using the fact that the derivative of sine is equal to cosine, as well as the derivative of cosine is equal to negative sine, as well as tangent of x is equal to sine of x divided by cosine of x, we can try to figure out what is the derivative of tangent of x. Well, we know that this is a quotient, so we can use the quotient rule. And remember, the quotient rule can be derived from the product rule for derivatives. So rewriting tangent in this way, taking the derivative of this, sine divided by cosine, or in other words, the derivative of tangent, we can use the quotient rule. And remember, the quotient rule says the derivative of the top times the bottom minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, all divided by the bottom function squared. So what is the derivative of sine? Well, it's cosine. What is the derivative of cosine? Well, it's negative sine. So we can plug these in, and we get this. And cosine times cosine is cosine squared. And what happens here? Negative and negative becomes positive. That is also shown in another video, why a negative and a negative becomes positive. And what is sine x times sine x? Well, it's sine squared. So we get this. Cosine squared plus sine squared divided by cosine squared. And what is cosine squared plus sine squared? Well, it's 1 based off of this identity. So then we get this. And we can rewrite 1 divided by cosine squared as secant squared. So these are the exact same thing. Another way of writing 1 over cosine squared is just secant squared. If you don't want to write a fraction, you can just write this as secant squared. So therefore, the derivative of tangent of x is equal to secant squared of x.